it going? So happy 2024. I always start off the new year with like an annual condo tech tour just to kick things off. If you're new to the channel, what's up? If you're kind of an old subscriber, you know that I'm currently in the process building a house. I thought the start of this year I would kind of kick it off with that reveal. We've been delayed a lot with HVAC, with permits. I'll show some B-roll of what the current state is, but still some new upgrades to the current spot that I'm living. So I'm gonna kind of give you around a tour of where I'm living. Currently still in the condo downtown Toronto. I've been in the spot now for 4 years. I'm gonna kind of place this down and start off with the area behind me where Link is sitting. It's the living room. It's where the biggest upgrade is. That is a new Samsung 100-inch TV. And I'll do this a bit POV. So this model, to be exact, is the Samsung Q80C, 98 inches, just short of 100 inches. It's a QLED panel, like I said, 4K. And I used to have a 4K laser short throw projector, and the unit used to live right there on my TV console. Because that's technically not really like a real TV, it just was a projector. The viewing angles were never that great, even though I do have a lot of natural light coming in. It is a bit of a gloomy day. You can see Link kind of sulking off to the side because of that weather. We've had some pretty shitty stuff in Toronto. This TV has been so much better just for the darkness, the black levels. You can see I'm just watching a bit of planet Earth right now, and overall the viewing experience has been great. This is really the area where I like to chill, where I like to kick back, relax, watch TV on my couch, play a couple games when I can, and of course cuddle with Link when he isn't being such a sulky boy. And underneath you can kind of see my console of choice right there. That's the Xbox Series S. For what I do, I barely play any video games anymore, sadly. When I do play the occasional game of like FIFA or Formula One, I can kind of kick back, relax, but mostly just to watch like Netflix, Paramount Plus. Like I said, I just have some planet Earth going on right now. So most of the furniture that you see is from a company called Caligaris. I've had it for as long as I've been in this condo. That includes the little coffee table. That includes the TV console. That includes this nice L-shaped couch, which is held up decently, even though Link has claimed his own place in the corner there. Since it is leather, it's easy to clean, it's perfect. Highly recommended for furniture. I know they're a bit on the pricey end, but if you can invest in some quality pieces, these will make their way to the new place as well. Some other cool pieces of tech that are also in the TV room area are just from Dyson, actually. So this is a Dyson lamp. I get quite a few questions from it. It looks super cool. It kind of operates in a couple ways. So obviously the light where it's set up now, and you can actually grab this and swing it into a reading light into this nook. You can also change the temperature levels, and I've got a couple pieces of tech from Dyson actually. I've got this, I've got their V10 vacuum and an air purifier, which is on the other side, which I'll get to. And that is pretty much it tech-wise. You can see that I've got an Elite controller too. This is one of my favorite controllers because I am Team Xbox. And lastly, over on this side where you can see my reflection, I just have a clock Nest hub. It's actually pretty garbage because it's old. I feel like it hasn't been updating, but I can just ask simple things like, hey Google, what is the temperature today? Didn't register. Hey Google, what is the temperature today?
In Toronto today, expect a high of 2 and a low of -1.
1 for 2. And shitty weather. So coming from the couch area, you can see that my condo is kind of set up in an open concept spot where it goes from the living room into, I guess, the kitchen and the dining room. Kat's just working at the kitchen countertop, the little island. And this is where some other tech is over this way. The first one, which doesn't have the same problem as the QLED, but they're actually both Samsung TVs. This is the Samsung frame, and when it's off, it actually looks like a piece of art, which you can change to different pieces. You can actually change it to different photos. And usually I have some sort of football or soccer playing. It's the weekend now, actually, so I'm watching some Premier League. Underneath that is probably my second biggest upgrade to this living room space. They are speakers from a company called Transparent, and as the name implies, they are completely transparent other than the components, the tech inside. So you can get them in 2 color options, the matte white or in black. I think these fit the space perfectly. I'm usually listening to whatever is on my phone on Spotify, and I think the look of them really ties in the space, especially with that dark gray accent wall. I think they look really good in white. Not really tech-wise, but something I'm pretty proud of. It's this little plant over my shoulder here. So my mom gave that to me as a housewarming gift when I first moved in. I'm usually terrible with plants, but I have somehow kept this bird of paradise alive. It is thriving, it's growing pretty tall, and once again, that's something that will be coming with me and hopefully can fill out my space in the new spot. Beside the console table, once again, that's still from Caligaris that actually matches the TV console. So they have kind of like a matching pair on both sides of the living room, is another piece of tech from Dyson. This is their air cooler, formaldehyde, and air purifier kind of all in one. So that's my third piece of Dyson tech in the place. It's actually great since it filters air. I know that condo air, since it kind of circulates through the entire building, there's typically a lot of dust that helps mitigate a little bit of it at least. And once again, it is finished in that white, so it gives a bit of great contrast against that back wall. And the last piece of tech kind of moving off over my shoulder. So this is a smart thermostat. It's from Ecobee. I upgraded to that maybe like 2 years ago. Smart thermostats are just like an easy plug and play for you to get into the smart home space. Since I am traveling all the time, it's easy to set reminders on when to turn off my heat or my AC. I can set different temperature parameters all through my smartphone, and I can control everything when I am abroad in case I do forget to turn something off. So that's a super simple way to kind of help control temperature and still be a bit eco-friendly at the same time. If we push towards the kitchen area, there isn't really too much tech, I would say. I kind of keep the kitchen tech-free. I guess I do have my Nespresso like coffee maker. Once again, I got that as a gift from my mom for moving into my place as a housewarming gift. People kind of knack on me for enjoying Nespresso, but I like to say my coffee level or knowledge is so low that if I can enjoy that, everything else that I have that's better is that much more enjoyable. So I'm kind of easy to please. It's just like a simple pod system and you can recycle them. Tech usually when it comes in first lives on my kitchen island where maybe I test a couple things out. I test out a lot of things here on my dining table as well. Once again, from Caligaris, statement piece. I love the legs. I love the look of it. It's survived the many years that I've been here. Sometimes I do like quick unboxings at this table. I typically do most of my work now at my studio, but for those that have been following for a while, this used to be my studio setup. I used to have my studio actually in my primary bedroom, which I'll get to in a second, until I bought my studio. What is that, like 3? I'm getting my years mixed up. I've been there for a couple of years, and when I move into the new spot, my new studio space will be a dedicated like filming spot. So yeah, I'm just lucky in that regard, and I would say we'll grab the camera now and move towards this side of my condo, which is more just kind of storage. So moving around this way, we just have the second washroom, and you can see me in the mirror, kind of just filming. Cat's still working at the table, and this way we actually have my second bedroom. This has sadly just become a huge place for storage. As an example, I've got 2 mattresses, one from 8 Sleep, a tech, I guess, mattress brand. You can see that I've got some studio displays. I've got a lot of bags, laptops, just a lot of storage, like super messy, but that's as real as it gets. Before we move on, everyone asks for a fridge test. Domino's, yes, leftovers, lots of beer to be honest, and that's my fridge. Moving on this way past the TV, you can actually see where my old short throw projector is living. I need to find a place for that, maybe just into storage. We're gonna head into like the main bedroom area, which is around the corner here. This is, I guess, where the real magic happens, but there is quite a bit of tech here as well. So off to the side, I have another TV. This is the 75-inch X95K from Sony. I go back and forth whether or not to have a TV in the bedroom. Once again, this is a spot that has lots of natural light. We're flanked by windows both this side as well as behind me. Another big piece of tech that's kind of new to the spot, it's a Peloton. Since I still don't have a gym membership, since like COVID, since the lockdowns, I've just been working out in my condo gym. Sometimes, I'm gonna say like rarely, I hop on the Peloton. Kat is usually the one that likes to use it a lot. Tech in terms of having them on the bedside table, one of my biggest pushes for this year is to not go on my phone in the middle of the night. So I am contemplating moving my charger, or I guess where I put my phone, to this side towards like away from the bedroom. It's like my New Year's resolution. But the thing that actually does charge my phone is a Logitech 3-in-1 charger. So it charges my iPhone or whatever phone that I'm using at the time, as well as my AirPods. no Apple Watch because I am not like a big smartwatch person. If I actually move that little thing towards this little console here, you can actually see the spot where I keep my mechanical watches. Like I'm a huge mechanical watch person, like huge Omega fan. You can see that I'm rocking the silver Snoopy right now. Like I'm Team Snoopy on this video. They really mean something to me. I usually get them in conjunction with some sort of big like life moment. So I got my gold Speedy for the wedding. This, I'm actually gonna get Link's name engraved on one of the links. It'll be like my little keepsake remembrance of him. And I just feel like they mean so much to me. Big mechanical watch person. Have never been a fan of smartwatches. There's just something that, it doesn't really draw me to them. But Kat, for example, does wear her Apple Watch. She has a Belkin charger, so hers is also a 3-in-1. iPhone, Apple Watch, and she also rocks AirPods, so she's like in that Apple iOS black hole. Furniture-wise, most of the stuff in the bedroom is from Rogue Concepts actually, so that includes the bed, the TV console, both of the consoles beside, or I guess the nightstand beds, as well as the little dresser here. I went for a walnut wood finish for this one. It's a bit darker. I like it because I feel like the bedroom kind of fits the space. Also the white, good little contrast. I feel like I'm a fan of white with some sort of contrast. I do have an orange throw here just to tie in some bits of orange. Once again, if you're new, I have this weird little addiction to the color. And I would say in the bedroom, I have a few more like personal items that mean a lot to me. For example, my YouTube plaque when I first crossed 100K, like in this room, like 4 years ago, that's when I broke that mark in this very space. So that is there as a bit of a reminder. I'm hoping to break that 1 million mark, like fingers crossed by the end of this year. It would mean the world to me if we can make that happen. Also, my engagement photos, also living off to the side once again, such a good memory. Link looks like he is not enjoying himself during those, but at least we did. And off to this side, second balcony in the place. Here, Link typically has like his little pooch patch, so we can throw him outside. Not throw him outside, lead him outside when he needs to pee like in the morning. I also have my like soccer shoes, my skiboarding boots outside as they air out, since I still do both quite a bit. Last but not least, from here, if we kind of lead through the little corridor, I just have a nice little closet for clothes. A cool little memento of this spot, if any of you guys are like hockey fans, like Austin Matthews plays for the Maple Leafs, neighbor, so he signed a jersey for me, super dope. I also have some Manchester United gear signed by the entire first team. I did go there in 2023 for the first time in Old Trafford, kicked a penalty during halftime against Southampton. I was the only one that scored. The game sadly ended like 0-0, but I can kind of walk away with me being the only one that scored that game. Just a huge memory, like a huge Manchester United fan. That was one of like my biggest highlights of last year. The last room in this place is, of course, the primary bathroom. Pretty much no tech there other than like my shaver, maybe like a smart scale, but I guess none of you really need to see that. And that is this area of the condo. We're gonna hop back and actually move back to the living room. So that has been the Condo Tech Tour for 2024. Probably won't make any more upgrades since, hoping to move by this time next year. Obviously this summer should be that big move, so I'll keep you guys updated. If there's any other recommendations on what I should bring, what I should leave, if you have any suggestions for the new spot, let me know down below. Link is still snoozing away, so I will go bug him and wake him up, maybe taking him out for a walk. That's it, I think. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Maybe there's some things that you can kind of take away, implement into your spot, and I'll catch the rest of you in one of my next vids. Peace. Oh, look who's awake. Biggest stretch in the world. Yeah, are you awake? Oh, thank you.